Hello, and welcome to tonight's stream. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful evening. I've had a pretty... It's been like a good day, but a weird day. It's been my 4th day in a row not having work at the game store, which is very, very unusual. Usually I go like 1 day max in a row not working there. Maybe 2. It's been 4 days. 4 days. And I don't know how to feel about that. Also, I realized my camera's moved over slightly and it's bothering me. Okay, there. Now it's better. Now it doesn't feel really weird and to the side. But yeah, so I mean, I at least left the house on Saturday, but I was unsuccessful trying to leave the house on Sunday. And then like today and yesterday I just didn't leave the house. So I felt very cooped up, so I'm very, very glad that I have work tomorrow, so I will be leaving my house again. I also have a bunch of errands that I should run. I was gonna run them today, and then I got distracted. Like, extremely distracted, but it was with something exciting. It was with nails! You guys, this is my first time using any kind of acrylics, but I made these. Tell me that's not so cool, like a few hours ago, this was just like weird liquid gel stuff. Now it is an actual nail. They're nails. I'm so excited about them. I posted a video of them on here and Instagram and stuff, so you guys can watch that if you want to watch most of the process of me making them. I forgot to film like a middle part of the process because I spilled a bunch of stuff, which sounds pretty typical for me, but you know, it be that way sometimes. Give me one moment. YouTube is mad at me for some reason, so I gotta see if I can figure out why it is mad at me right now. I don't know. It's just mad at me for fun, probably. YouTube likes to do that. But yeah, I'm so excited. The type of acrylic is called polygel. You know, that's why it's kind of like a gel goop stuff, but it turns into really cool nails, and what's fun is that I can put whatever I want in them. See if that'll focus. It just wants to focus on my keyboard. See, look, I put the little hearts in there. And then on a couple of my nails, I also put these rhinestones, which if you guys haven't noticed, I really like texture. Like on my Pokemon cards as well as my nails. So I'm enjoying my textured rhinestones, and then I have like a single one on the pinky. I don't really know how long they're going to stay on, since, you know, this is my first time doing them, but I'm really liking them so far, and they seem pretty, like, sturdy, you know, considering they were, like, liquid earlier today. I guess they're that, like, weird in-between liquid and solid, but the point being, they're pretty sturdy, and I can put whatever I want in them, and I already have so many ideas. And I saw this really silly, I guess you could say, video earlier of somebody that made kiwi nails. Not just like kiwi themed, but they were polygel, and so they did like one layer. They put like actual part of like a kiwi into the nail and then put another layer on top of it, so it just got sandwiched in there. And that is what is so cool about polygel nails, is that you can just layer whatever you want in there. And as long as it's like not too big or bulky, it's fine. It's good. So I have so many plans to put all kinds of silly stuff inside of my polygel nails. For today though, it's just little hearts. But I've got like a bunch of these little charms that look like fruits. And of course, lots of real food. So we're gonna do some silly stuff, and it's gonna be fun. We'll see how long these last. Hopefully by the time that they're falling off, I'll have a chance to do some new nails. I hope that they aren't gonna like start falling off like in a few days. I hope they'll stay on for at least a couple weeks. Hey, welcome Jason. Can't stand that, just popped. Well, it's good to see you, even if it's just for a second. I don't think it'll be a particularly long stream either, considering I didn't even get started till 30 minutes after midnight. But it's all good. I was excited because I've been so busy talking about my nails, I didn't even tell you guys about the additions to the board. I finally got some of the stuff that I was supposed to get for the New Year's Eve stream that didn't happen. But we now have a singular pack of Primal Clash. It has been a very long time. Like, probably over a year since we've had Primal Clash. Then we do have more Ultra Prism because that sold out way too quickly last time. Unfortunately, I was able to get some more. So, there you go. And we have a few packs of Unbroken Bonds as well, which is a set that you can just never get too much of because it's amazing. I was thinking about getting some Team Up too, but I didn't end up committing to it, so we got those three, which is still pretty spicy. And I also do have one pack for myself tonight. It's a magic pack. I have a Zendikar Rising Draft pack. Very random thing to pick up, but it was like a really good deal. And so I was like, well, why not? So I bought it for myself. This is not a set that I've opened a ton of. It's one of the more recent Magic sets that I just like. I haven't even opened a booster box of any type of this set. Just a few random packs here and there. So let's see what I can get. Ooh, we got a nice island to start out. Oh, I forget that some draft packs have the rare at the front of the pack. Very confusing. But we got Zareth San the Trickster. He's a Merfolk Rogue. Interesting. Got all of our commons and uncommons in here. Not noticing any of the ones that I know are specifically spicy, but I will enjoy my silly Merfolk Rogue. There's a lot of interesting Merfolks and a lot of interesting rogues, so kind of fun. Add that into my little pile of magic stuff. Hey, welcome Pokesly, how's it going? Yeah, so that was my fun little thing for myself tonight. I should have lots more exciting magic stuff to open in a couple weeks when the new set, I believe Dominaria Remastered is the next set. It does, I think that one comes out before new, like, Phyrexia All Will Be One. I'm pretty sure the Dominaria Remastered comes first. Let's see. Oh, those booster packs are kind of sweet. Yeah, that one comes out on the 13th, and I actually don't know for sure when the Phyrexia All Will Be One comes out, but we should have a little bit more time. Let me see. Oh, I'm so excited for the Phyrexia. Yeah, that one comes out February 10th, so we still got like a little over a month on that one, but Dominaria Remastered in like a week and a half, and I'm very excited for it because there are a lot of reprints that I am very much looking forward to because there's certainly things that I will be using in decks. So, pretty spicy. I wonder if we've got a list of much of the stuff on TCG Player yet. Ooh, there are some things listed. Let's check it out. I guess first let me check for orders, and then if we don't have any orders, we can look at the Dominaria Remastered set list. Hey, welcome Lunar, it's nice to have ya. Let's see, I forgot to log into PayPal and Venmo. I get too excited about multiple other things. I mean, there were important things. Nails and updates to the board and new magic sets. Alright, doesn't look like we have any orders yet though, so let me pull this up so you guys can see. And we will make it larger. Perfect. Japanese V-Star, yes. I've got, I think, 3 boxes left. It is such a fun set to open. Like, it is insane. I might save one of the boxes for my sealed collection, but like at the same time, it's just so much fun to open. So, I don't know. Alright, I would like to see the spiciest spice first, of course. I don't need to look at the sealed product at the moment. We just want the cards. Force of Will. So we got a very spicy counter spell as our chase for the set. Force of Will is one of the ones where you can either pay its mana cost, or there's an alternate way to cast it, this one being you pay a life and exile a blue card from your hand. So really nice when you need to counter something and you don't have any mana. It looks like they got the borderless, the retro frame, and the regular. Kind of spicy. And they did also finally reprint Urza, Lord High Artificer, which is very spicy. Looks like we got the retro frame, and there's a borderless. I'm assuming there's a regular one somewhere. Vampiric Tutor, another card that needed a reprint. So many cards that I've like, these needed reprints. Vampiric Tutor is one of the cards that was printed in the original Commander Legends, but despite all the boxes that I've opened, that's like the one card that I cannot pull from this set. I pulled the Jewel Lotus, but I cannot get the Vampiric Tutor from Commander Legends, so I'm quite excited that I'll have a chance to get it out of this set. I don't know if I was a really spicy border list one. And those are the Urza, and then we have another really good reprint that we needed so bad. Yawgmoth, Thran, Physician. Very silly, very spicy card. Got a Sylvan Library, once again. I mean, that's the whole point of the remastered sets, is reprints, but like, so far, the reprints that they've picked have just been like, on point. I'm very excited. I think of these, I'm like the first few here, I'm probably the most excited for the Yawgmoth or the Vampiric Tutor, that being because they're black and that is just my favorite color to play. I didn't decide that, it just happened. I just realized that the majority of my decks and all of my favorite decks had black in them, so I was like, I think this must be my favorite color to play. So, yeah. Before we continue, we do have our first order of the night. We've got one V-Star Universe pack for New Gen. Let's go ahead and see what we can get out of here tonight. I'm hoping for some good spicy spice, because that is what we like. We like the spiciest of spice, to be precise. Alright, let me get these packs shuffled up real quick. And then we will open one. Alright, there we go. I got them shuffled now. I only almost dropped them like twice. Alright, let's set that there, and let's see what we can do for you. Hopefully get some good stuff. I'm ready to see some good spice to start out the night. Alrighty, we have a Growlithe, Electabuzz, Registeel, Dark Patch, I think this is Path to the Peak or something, Torterra, we have an Arceus V, got a Miltank Holofoil, ooh, very nice, we got a Radiant Gardevoir, and finishing off with Hisui Friends. It's not the super spicy one, but it is a very, very pretty, like, Cosmo type reverse that is just so cute. I love it. And we get that Arceus and that Gardevoir sleeved up as well. Definitely some solid hits in my opinion. Let's see. There's another sleeve. And we'll go ahead and get those all added into your stack. Let's see. Are we starting a new one or do we still have one for you? Ah, yep, we do in fact have a stack for you, so we get those added in there. Perfect. Alrighty, let me check if we've got any other orders. Also, you guys, I'm so excited 'cause I have lemonade. I haven't had a fresh lemonade on stream in like weeks, so tonight I grabbed a lemonade right before stream started, so it's still nice and cold. Usually when I have lemonade on stream, it's just my lemonade from work that day, so it's like super room temperature, but this one is nice and cold, so pretty good stuff. Alright, let's keep looking at this. I'll keep fortunately my phone, I have it positioned right under my second monitor, so that if I get notifications, I'll probably see it, unless I get too excited about something on here. Ooh, we're also getting the Worldly Tutor. I mean, we're getting a lot of tutors in this set. Of course, this one's what I'm the most excited for, because I just really like playing black cards, and it's a black card, and searching your deck is always a fun and silly time. Yeah, then there's the Worldly Tutor, Mystical Tutor, Urza's Incubator. This should be fun. Any kind of, you know, deck that's centered around a lot of the same things. I probably want to put one of these in Kalia. It's just kind of nice because whether I want to use it for dragons, demons, or angels, those are usually really expensive to cast cards, so having them cost 2 less can make the deck a lot more playable even if I, for some reason, can't get Kalia out. And we got the Retro Frame Vampiric Tutor as well, which is pretty nice. There's our super spicy Enlightened Tutor. Another Urza's Incubator. Some more of the different versions of the cards. Next card we've got Entomb, This one's a pretty silly one. Very expensive in the retro frame. I feel like it's not very expensive normally, but maybe I'm just wrong. I could be. There's a lot of cards that do kind of similar-ish things, but I guess this is the one that it puts into. Oh, and it's an instant, so no wonder it's expensive. No Mercy. That's kind of cool looking. Whenever a creature deals damage to you, destroy it. Oh, I love that. That could be fun in a lot of my decks. Then we have Dark Depths. This is exciting because I want this card. This is just a very silly land that when you remove all of the ice counters from it, it gives you this giant 20/20 flyer that has indestructibles, so you can just like absolutely demolish your opponents, and it's hilarious. I definitely have a few decks that I'm gonna want to put this in. What's even funnier is if you copy this with like one of those lands that you can make copies with, or like it copies another one of your lands, because then the copy won't have any ice counters on it, and so just instantly giant merit light, and it's hilarious. So I'm pretty excited about that one. It's a funny card. Then we got some more of our less spicy versions of cards. Another spicy version. Next up we have Time Stretch. Target player takes 2 extra turns after this one. This is one that whenever anybody plays it, everybody else is just like, because they know that it's going to be a while until their next turn. Get 3 turns in a row takes a long time most of the time. It's very rarely quick turns, but you know, it is still a pretty silly card. And we have this World Gorger dragon that I've never heard of before, but it looks really cool, and it's a dragon, and it's in the right colors for my Demons, Dragons, and Angel deck. So, see, it's got Flying, Trample, and when it enters the battlefield, exile all other permanents you control. When it leaves the battlefield, return the exiled cards to the battlefield under their owner's control. I don't actually know if I like that. Probably not. All other permanents. Even your lands? What is this? I don't know how to feel about this now. I don't think I want it for Kalia, but I'm sure there's something silly I could do with it, but I'm not sure what I think of it yet. Then we have Gamble, which is a really silly search tutor card. Pretty silly stuff. There's our retro frame Dark Depths. Birds of Paradise. This card definitely needed a reprint because like literally everybody in my playgroup needs one of these cards, and literally nobody in my playgroup has one or has an extra to trade or sell. So this one, everybody is going to be very, very excited about getting Birds of Paradise, because it's a very silly but helpful card. And then we have Lyra Dawnbringer. I think I have a less spicy version of this for my Kalia deck, but this one is just way cooler. So if I can get this full art foil, that would be so sweet. And then there's a little different version of Time Stretch. Exploration. You play an extra land on each of your turns. And it's one job. Just a pretty silly card. If I played more green, I'd be really excited, but I play like very little green. I think I have 3 out of my like 15 to 20 decks have green in them. One's a mono green Galta deck, which is just my big green boys deck. One of them is my first deck, which is Selesnya Tristani. And then the other one is my silly Goblins deck with the one Space Family Goblinson Commander from Unfinity. Is a very silly deck, and that has green and red in it, but lands aren't the most important thing, so this probably wouldn't go in there. But if I ever make a landfall deck, I definitely want this, which I have considered doing because they've made a lot of really funny land-related cards in a few of the recent sets, especially the Brothers War Commander set. There's a lot of cards that would help contribute to a very silly landfall deck. So I have thought about it, but it's almost like it might just be too cliche for me, but I haven't decided. Well, we'll see what happens. Got Last Chance, take an extra turn after this one. At the beginning of that turn's end step, you lose the game. What's weird about this one is that there's another red card that does like almost the exact same thing, but I'm pretty sure it's a different card. It was reprinted in Double Masters 2022, but it does look really cool. I like how it looks. And we got the Maze of Ith, another card that I just definitely need. This is like a card that I feel like just about any deck, it's a good idea to put this in there. Because it doesn't tap for mana, but instead, if you tap it, you get an untapped target attacking creature, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to and dealt by that creature this turn. So if something's coming at you and it's going to take you out of the game, you just be like, yeah, no, I'm a maze of it, and then you're fine. You're just chilling. It's hilarious. Then, oh, Sneak Attack. This is a card that I've wanted for a while. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. The creature gains haste, sacrifice the creature at the beginning of the next end step. What's hilarious about this is in decks like my Kali deck, if I can spend 1 mana a piece and get a whole bunch of giant creatures out, it is not going to be difficult to end the game really quickly. I'm gonna be like, alright you guys, I have this free creature, and this free creature, and this free creature, and this free creature, and they have a total, the total amount of damage that they can deal this turn altogether is like 40, so I gotta take whoever I want out. It's funny. Just funny. And since it's sacrifice, they'll just be going to my graveyard. They aren't getting exiled or anything, so I could just, like, use some of my graveyard recursion and put them back into hand or the battlefield later. Very funny. Very, very funny. We got Hunting Grounds. See, as whenever I'm playing a spell, you can put a creature card from hand onto the battlefield. Oh, that's silly. That's probably something I'll put in, like, Tristani or something. I recently played the deck for the first time in, like, literal months, and I was like, maybe I should actually make some of the upgrades that I've been meaning to make to this deck for, like, ever. So, that would be a good choice. Alright, let me take a quick second and check orders before I just get pulled into the infinite vortex of looking at new Magic cards. Yes, we do have another order. We have another V-Star Universe for New Gen. So let's go ahead and we will open that. Let me move that out of the way. And let's hope for even more spice in this one. By even more, I mean significantly more. I want all the spice. Alright, we're starting off with the Zoro, Pumpkaboo, Magmar, Hisui Friends, the cute little Ultra Ball, the leafy camo cape thing. Oh, we got the Manaphy! Amazing. Or Gigigus, Deoxys, and Latias. I love the little Manaphy. It is so cute. And Regigigas is kind of fun too. So, I'd say not some bad hits. You know, got one of the art cards, which is always a good thing. We'll go ahead and get those added into your stack. There we are. Stick the bulk over here, and then let me glance at orders one more time before I continue looking at all of these silly cards on our next Magic set. I'm so excited. It's getting so close. It comes out on the 13th, so just about a week and a half away. It's gonna be such a silly set. Such a silly set. And you better believe I'm opening way more of it than I should. This we have the Oversold Cemetery. This is actually reprinted in Jumpstart 2022, so it's a card that I already got pretty recently, so it's kind of like excessive to reprint it again, but you know, you do you, Wizards of the Coast. They could definitely be reprinting worse stuff. Oh, alright, we're doing it again. We got another V-Star Universe pack for New Gen. We're going for that big spice. We want that extra spicy art rare. Or one of those trainers. The trainers are so sweet. Alright, in this pack, oh, Zellaveire! I love it! I love it so much. And a Luminion V, not bad. I love the Latias. It's so cute. I love just like the little look on its face. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to run into that. It's just so cute. So cute. What a polite Latias. Accidentally flies through your laundry. Probably will like personally apologize and then help you hang the laundry back up. So adorable. Right, we'll get that added in there we are. Beautiful. And then we will check orders again. Let's see. PayPal likes to take extra long to do things now. Like it's in the last few weeks it's gotten significantly slower. I'm like, I don't know what the deal is. But maybe they heard me ranting about them, and so they're like, let's just like stop working well for Zell. Let's make her life so much more difficult. More so than we already have. I wouldn't put it past PayPal to do something that petty. Because they're rude. And they don't like me. And I don't like them. It's a mutual dislike of each other. Except I might more than dislike PayPal. Makes me immensely sad. Alright, there we go. I think, no, maybe? No, it's not done loading yet. It might be done loading eventually, though. Maybe. I don't understand. There's no need for PayPal to be this difficult, yet here we are. PayPal being so difficult. And I think we do have another order, I just, you know, can't see it until PayPal loads. Which is pretty silly that PayPal just won't load. We're just waiting and waiting. Please, PayPal, please just finish loading. It's not that hard. There we go. There we go. We got another V-star for new gen. We're going until we get the spice, it looks like. So let's get some spice. There's so much spice to get from this set. Like, man, this set has just been a riot to open. Already, we've got Palkia V, Absol, Torterra, and a little Duskull. That is adorable. This is a silly little guy. Like the pinnacle of little silly guys. Beautiful. Alright, we'll get those added into your stack. There we are. Now, speaking of little silly guys, it's kind of funny. There's this one customer at work that he actually used to work at the game shop that I work at, but now he works for the IRS, and of course I have to give him an incredibly hard time about that because, like, the IRS? What do you mean? How do you go from working at a card shop to working for the IRS? Big sad times, in my opinion. But, like, for some reason, almost every time we talk, we have, like, a prolonged conversation about little silly guys, and it's just funny. Like, I'll always point out random cards in our Pokemon case and be like, look at this silly little guy, and he'll agree, be like, that is such a silly little guy. And then we came up with this so unnecessarily complicated, but we now call when we find a silly guy that's just extra silly and extra little, we'll call it a big silly big little guy, just to make it as complicated and confusing as possible. But it's great. The way that I call things little silly guys, I am inviting others to also participate in the way of the little silly guys. It's pretty great. It's fun times. That's not fun times. Is the fact that PayPal is so slow. I don't understand. I don't understand what his problem is, but it just wants to load forever. Maybe I'll just have to start, like, watching PayPal on my phone, because it's like, I don't know. Is it just the computer, or is it just PayPal in general? It very easily could be either. Let's see. Ah, well, would you look at that? It did in fact load significantly faster on my phone. All right, we might just start checking PayPal on my phone, because it is so slow on the computer. At some point, I might start using my mini iPad. I have it over here. Oh, there it is. So I've got this nice little mini iPad in this pink case. It's got, like, a little keyboard on it. Very cute. It might be dead right now. Yeah, I don't plug it in very often. But maybe at some point I'll charge it, and then I can just check PayPal on there. It'll be so nice. It's a very handy little mini iPad when I actually use it. I mean, I do also have a Chromebook that's just sitting on my desk on the other side. I have so many sad little devices that just haven't been used in months because either I forget about them, I just never charge them, or I mean, like, at the same time, I have a nice gaming computer, so I'm not really the most worried about using my Chromebook. Of course, I just used that while I was in school, but after I graduated early, I was like, well, I'm not in school anymore. I don't really need this to do my schoolwork at school, but it is nice because if I ever, like, need a computer that, like, I can bring somewhere else, you know, whether that be to, like, work if we if we need an extra device, or if I know that I'm gonna be there for like a long time before or after my shift, I can just bring it and do whatever I want on there. Work on TCG Player, or you randomly start writing a book, you know? It gives me options, and we like options. Alright, we're gonna hurry and check orders. Not seeing anything new on my phone. PayPal on the computer is just gonna load forever. Nothing on Venmo, and I don't think we have anything on CashApp, so we're just chilling. I think that means it's time to look at more magic stuff. So next up we have Arborea, which I must admit I've never heard of before. Creatures can't attack a player unless that player casts a spell or puts a non-token permanent onto the battlefield during the last turn. Oh, that's silly. So if I just play a deck that's all about like cards that you can like pay the card in order to make like tokens or stuff like that, then just nobody will be able to attack me. It's funny. Very funny. I like it. And that's all of page 2. On to page 3. Test of Endurance. Oh, this is such a silly card. So OP if you're playing life game. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 50 or more life, you win the game. What's great about this is I've needed this for my Tristani deck. The first deck I built. Literally like since I made it. Let me see. What was yeah. The only other time this card has been printed was in Judgment. And believe it or not, I was not able to find one. No matter how hard I hunted for it. But now we got a new one, and the art, I feel like, is way cooler too, so I'm definitely gonna need that one. Whoa. When I went back, the page changed. How silly. We've got Crawl Space. No more than 2 creatures can attack you each combat. This is just funny because it prevents people from sending a lot of creatures at you. Silly. Then we got Gamble, but with this silly goblin dude. I like it. I like it. Then we got some more of the same stuff. I like the other sneak attack art as well. Ooh, we got the Borderless Test of Endurance. Pretty nice, not gonna lie. Let's see. Mystic Remora. They have not reprinted Mystic Remora. I mean, I think they reprinted it in a Secret Lair, but other than that, they haven't reprinted it in a good little while. Nut Collector. Oh, this is for silly squirrel stuff. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. All squirrels get +2/+2 as long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard. That's silly. I once almost built a squirrel deck, and then I just never did. So sad times, but maybe one day. I'll have to definitely save a Nut Collector so that I can eventually. We got this. I like this art. That's pretty silly. Alright, Chainer Dementia Master. Very intense looking. Kind of cool though. I like it. It's also mono black, so very fitting for a lot of the decks that I like. Elvish Spirit Guide. Funny. Get a little bit of free mana if you need it. This set is going to be so much fun. Gauntlet of Power Borderless. I wish it would. I just have to click on it. Very colorful. At the end of this battlefield, choose a color. Creatures of chosen color get +1/+1 whenever a basic land is tapped for a mana of the chosen color. Its mana adds an additional 1 mana of that color. This would be really funny in like my monocolored decks, such as Galta or Shieldred. So I definitely would have use for this. Turnabout. Choose an artifact, creature, or land. Tap all untapped permanents of the chosen type target player controls, or untap all tapped permanents of that type that player controls. That's silly. I do have a deck that I could probably take advantage of that in, because it's all about tapping and untapping, like the commander, as well as a few of the other creatures. Gemstone Mine, fun. I like the art. More Mystic Remora arts, Chainer's Edict. They make some really nice stuff, I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited for this set. It's gonna be fun. Ooh, I like the Lotus Blossom. Very cute. That's pretty spicy looking. Helm of Awakening. Spells cost 1 less to cast. That's just very random, but you know, it could be fun. Oh, the Merit Ledge token. I like that it's $6. I appreciate the fact that it is $6. I got a Jester's Cap. That's kind of funny. Saproling Symbiosis. I did also once want to build a Saproling deck, so This would be nice if I ever get around to building it. Got Woodland Cemetery. Nice. This set should be pretty alright. And we have Swords to Plowshares. Can't reprint stuff without good Swords to Plowshares here and there. But yeah, so there's a little look at some of the fun stuff that we will be getting in the next Magic set. I can't tell him. I'm quite looking forward to it. It should be a fun one to open. I realized I'm assuming that they're gonna be collector boosters, like booster packs, but I haven't actually like seen them yet. So I'm gonna take a quick second. We're gonna look at the sealed products. Oh, good. There will be collector boosters. So there we go. Got collector boxes and the draft boxes, which are really expensive right now. I don't know if they'll go up or down. And I don't think this set, I think this is one that does not have set booster boxes. Just draft and collector. Some pretty looking packs. And expensive. But it's gonna be a fun one. Be a very silly deck with a lot of cards that I need for a lot of my silly stuff. Evolving Skies will have another reprint. I mean, I do think they will continue printing some Evolving Skies here and there. I don't know for sure if it's going to be another reprint in terms of like if they're going to reprint all the booster boxes again or if they're just going to reprint the ETBs. But I do think that they'll continue printing packs to put in some of the things like tins and collection boxes for at least a while longer. Since that's typically what they do even when new like eras start. Some of the last few sets from the previous era. And I mean, Evolving Skies was more kind of like mid than late Sword and Shield era, but I still think we will see some packs printed in things, so it's hard to say if they'll actually do booster boxes or ETBs. I'd almost lean towards no for the booster boxes, but Pokemon has been doing a lot more reprinting. They've been trying to get their product out there in larger quantities, so it is definitely possible that they could do some more reprints, especially with that being such a high demand set. But at the same time, of course, their main focus right now is going to be preparing for Scarlet Violet, which, you know, comes out in like, what? When does the Japanese set come out? I think it comes out the same day as Dominaria Remastered, so like a week and a half away. So obviously they're going to be wanting to get that ready in both, you know, Japanese and the English set, which I don't actually know for sure when the English Scarlet Violet comes out. Pokemon TCG Scarlet Violet release date. That is what I want. March 31st. So we actually won't be getting that until 3 whole months into the year. So it'll be a little bit until we get the Japanese one. I mean, not the Japanese one, the English one. But we'll be getting the Japanese one pretty soon. But they're definitely going to be focusing a lot of their printing on that. I mean, as well as we have Crown Zenith coming out this month, which is obviously a big deal. Last set of Sword and Shield, and I mean, it is just full of all kinds of insane spice. It is very much one of the extra spicy sets that obviously a lot of people are going to want, including me. I'm going to open an unhealthy amount of that set, so it's pretty silly stuff. But yeah, that is at least from my point of view what I would expect. So there you go. I'm gonna take a quick drink of my lemonade. Yum. You know, it's kind of funny. I just realized that like my microphone is like all the way across the desk from me, but like it still can pick up me talking, which is so different than my old microphone. I know I've had this new one for months now, but like, it's funny to think like my old microphone, if it was more than like a foot away from my face, you couldn't hear anything. And even when it was right next to my face, you couldn't hear me that well. But this one's like 3 feet away from my face, and at least as far as I can tell, you guys can hear me fine. And nobody's complaining about the volume, so it's probably good. It's crazy what the difference, you know, in quality between them. Yep, they are going to be wanting to print a lot more of the Scarlet Violet stuff this year. But I still think we will see some in some of the tins and collection boxes, though. I guess it's always possible that that's stuff they've like already printed and have like in store, but who knows? Who knows what Pokemon Company truly is doing? Hey, Hydus, I tried to message you on PayPal. I don't know why, but it does not let me see your address on PayPal. So I'm glad you stopped back by. If you can either send it to me in like the message part of PayPal or email it to me, that would be great, and I can get it sent out tonight. Do you got any of the Lania's V-Star Universe boxes? The only V-Star Universe stuff I have is the booster boxes. I do not have any of the other collection boxes, unfortunately. I wish I did, but I don't have a ton of access to Japanese product. Usually when I do, it's just booster boxes. Will do. Perfect. I'm planning on doing shipping right after stream tonight, so I will get you tracking numbers shortly. Also, on that note, if any of you guys know you've had stacks with me for a long time, please reach out to me so we can see if you need to have your stack shipped, because we've had a lot of stacks expire in the last about month. So yes, new standard legal stuff. Yeah, so I think part of Sword and Shield, the last part of Sword and Shield, will remain legal for a good little bit into Scarlet Violet, but obviously not super long. It's similar to like some of the tag team stuff, which as long as that was in standard, it remained very, very played. But after we got a little ways into Sword and Shield era, of course, it was just the Sword and Shield sets that were legal. I'm trying to think. I know the way to tell what's standard legal is now based off of these little letters right here. You can see this one is an F, but Pokeslide, let me see. Yes, you do have a little stack. It looks like yours is good until February though, and you just have a few things. It's nothing too crazy in there. I don't know. Yeah, I think it might be like a giveaway win or something, because it's just a couple little things. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I can just look up what is in standard Pokemon. Let's see. Additional form explained. So as of September 10th, that's a long time ago. That's not very helpful. I need something recent. Let's see. Standard format for 2022. Nope, that's last year. This is unhelpful. 2023. There we go. That's what year it is. So let's see. Standard format for 2023. Briefly mentioned April 2021. Cards with the D regulation mark will no longer be legal for play in the 2023 standard format. Cards with E and F regulation marks will be legal to use, as will any future regulation marks that may be released. Card's legality status is no longer based on which expansion it's from. Even if the card is from a recently released expansion, players will need to refer to the regulation mark on the bottom of the card to see whether the card is legal for play. Alright, so it really just depends. What is the mark on Evolving Skies? I don't know if I have any Evolving Skies cards on my desk. I can look through my weird little random pile of stuff that I always keep here. Noivern V from Evolving Skies is E. So Evolving Skies will be standard legal, it looks like, probably for all of 2023. So they could still be reprinting it because it will still be in standard. E and F, I think, is going to be for part of, if not most, of 2023. At least for, like, the championship season and stuff. For in-person play Pokemon events, the standard format rotation will go into effect April 14th. So that's when anything with D, I believe, will be cycling out. But the E and F will still be in there. So, like, Rebel Clash will be rotating out. But Brilliant Stars can still be used because it has F regulation. So yes, Evolving Skies will still be standard legal next year, or this year, I guess. So it still is possible that they will print it because people are able to play it. But sets like Sword and Shield Base, Darkness Ablaze, Rebel Clash, I believe those are all going to be rotating out because they are Ds. I'm not 100% sure what Darkness Ablaze is, but I'm assuming since it's one of the first 3 that it is going to fall into that rotating out. But yeah, they do. So they could still print Evolving because it will still be standard legal, but obviously they're not going to be putting a lot into it as compared to how much they're going to be printing of Scarlet Violet. But I mean, like, even after Sword and Shield era started, there were some reprints that happened for Sun and Moon sets. I remember a couple years ago when Target had the big thing, I remember it was a huge deal going on because they did an Ultra Prism reprint, which was pretty middle of Sun and Moon era. So, like, that was... We were well into Sword and Shield, but we were still seeing some Sun and Moon stuff reprinted, and obviously Ultra Prism was a very excited one. Getting hits for V-Star Universe yet. We've gotten a couple art rares, but not like the Veer VMAX one. We haven't seen the special energy yet either. I do believe we have another order, but PayPal won't load on my computer, so I will just have to look at it on my phone. Silly PayPal. Yes, we've got 2 V-Star Universe for Blazer. Welcome. Let's go ahead and see what we can get for you. Hopefully some good old spicy spice. That is what we like to see. Okay, this pack does not want to rip all of the way. Let's see what we've got. We have a Samurott V, Moltres, the Zapdos, and then the little rescue carrier is absolutely adorable. Right, we'll sleeve the Samurott up, and then we are onto the second pack. Come on, we should be due for some spice from here soon. Right, we've got Hatterene, Gengar, Basculin, that's Basculegion, I think, and then the little Voltorb. That was not quite as spicy as I was hoping for, but I don't know why. I really like the Hatterene V and VMAX in this set. Like, I don't know. This Gengar is also pretty sweet too. This is the art that we had as a pre-release promo in English, so it's fun to see it just part of the set for Japanese. Alright, we'll go ahead and get those added into, I believe we're starting a new stack for you, so let me grab a sticky note because I actually know where my sticky notes are, you guys. Isn't that amazing? It's been so long since I have, like, you know, consistently kept my sticky notes where I can find them. It's crazy. It's concerning how long it's been. Alright, let's see where it's a pen. There we go. Alright, we'll go ahead and get your name on here. Right. And we will add those into this. Perfect. And I do believe we have another order, but of course PayPal won't load on my computer. So let me get it back up on my phone. Because my computer is silly. 2 more. Alright, let's go. After this, there's only 2 more packs left in the current box. So we should be seeing the spice very, very soon. I'm excited to see what we will be getting. Alright, we got a Rayquaza VMAX, Professor's Research, Dusk Noir, and a cute Lost Vacuum. I cannot help how much I just adore the cute little trainers that they gave, like, the just cutesy art for in this set. It's amazing. Oh, this pack does not want to open nicely, so we're gonna give it a little snip. Alright. We got a Giratina V-Star, Lucario, there is a Articuno, and we got our Spicy Energy. Oh, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with the textured energies. And seeing our little pictures on there. So fun. Very, very nice one for sure. Get that Giratina sleeved up as well. That means there must be some serious spice in the last 2 packs, which makes it hard not to just open them myself. But I'm going to be spending way too much money on Magic next week to let myself open a ton of V-Star Universe. You'll take the rest! Alright, we can do that. Since obviously there's going to be some spice in here. Let's see. Yes, the energies are so sweet. I love that every box has at least one of the energies, because, like, they're just so spicy. So very, very, very spicy. Alright, we're loading. I don't know why PayPal cannot load on my computer today. It's so weird. Like, I don't get it. What's your problem, PayPal? Why are you being silly? It's because they're always silly, but not really silly. Whoops, I just dropped something on the floor. It's my little date stamp. I have this stamp thing that can stamp dates on stuff. It's what I use to keep track of stacks. When, like, once every couple weeks usually, I stamp everything with the date that'll be 8 weeks from that day, so that I know when stacks will expire. Based on that logic, you can tell already that I usually give people at least 2 to 4 extra weeks beyond the 8 weeks, because, like I said, I do not stamp stuff every day. Just every now and then. Alrighty, let's see. Alright, there we go. We got the payment for the last 2 from this box. Let me see, where do I have this on the board? Here, 10 plus. Okay, that still works. So we got 2 more booster boxes after the stuff from this one. Alright, I'm expecting some big spice. So let's see what we can do. Ooh. It's the Simisear! I'm obsessed with this card. Every time I see it, I will be absolutely thrilled. It's just so cute. Like I've said it before and I will say it again. Until they made this card, I did not think that Simisear had any good enough reason to be a Pokemon that exists. But the second this card became a thing, I was like, I am beyond grateful that Simisear is a Pokemon, because this card is just amazing. I love it so much. We'll go ahead and get that into a top loader, because it's actually a pretty good hit too. It's just so cute. I love it. I'm gonna get the Articuno into a sleeve as well. I'm really excited because the tins for this side apparently are going to be featuring the Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. Each tin will have one of them, which is super exciting because that means that I won't have to worry about pulling them. I'll just guaranteed get them when I buy the tins, so it's pretty sweet. And on to the last pack of this box, we have got a Moltres V, the Barrel, Deontay, and an Electrode. Go ahead and sleeve our Moltres up. That Simisear is so nice though. I love it so much. It's amazing. We'll go ahead and get those added into your stack. Definitely a nice hit with that one. Just a delightful card. I love it. You can't go wrong with it. It's just a silly little happy Simisear card. It's great. It is wonderful. Alright, let me hurry and check orders again. Don't see anything new on my phone. Let's check Venmo and CashApp. No, I do not see anything more yet. So we'll just vibe for a little bit. Chill, groove even. I mean, we do have a lot of spicy stuff on the board at the moment. Primal Clash, Ultra Prism, and Unbroken Bones! I really want to restock on like Cosmic Eclipse too, but eventually, someday I will get more. Let's see. Alright, we got 2 more V-Star for New Gen, so we will be opening a new box. For that, let's go ahead and see what kind of spice we can get in this one. Let's see, hurry and shuffle all of the packs. Gotta get them all mixed up Because even though I don't think you can map these boxes, who knows? We're better off to just shuffle them. You can have this Sinister, are you sure? I would love that so much. Thank you, Blazer. Oh my goodness. Alright, alright. So cute. I love it too much. How can you not just like, it's just such a happy little guy. And snip the energy. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to snip the energy? I'll give you until we finish New Gen's packs, so that you can make sure you're really sure you want to snip the energy, because it's pretty spicy. It's pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. Alright, we got Samurott. Ooh, and that Eternatus. I love that so much. Such a gorgeous card. I actually had a friend open some of this set the other day, and they pulled the Eternatus, and then they were like, will you help me sell this? And I'm like, you don't want to keep it? How could you not want to keep this Eternatus? Like, it is so freaking spicy. And on that note, if anybody is looking for the Radiant Eternatus, I can hook you up with one. Even though I'm gonna see if I can convince them to just let me trade them magic cards for it, because of course I want it. Oh, that's spicy. That is spicy. And we got Entei, Adamant, and Gudra. I love that Deontay though. Definitely some nice pulls for New Gen. We will go ahead and get those sleeved up. Also, welcome Pokestar. It is good to see you. It's been a few days. How is your 2023 been so far? Hopefully chill and vibey. Go ahead and get those into your stack, New Gen. Suddenly forgot where your stack was. Oh, there it is. Alright, and I guess we are snipping the spicy energy. It's kind of sad, but kind of sad. I mean, very sad. Such a delightfully textured card. Oh, so sad. All right, how are we gonna cut this though? Are we gonna give it like a spicy cut, or are we just gonna straight up like snip right through it? I feel like maybe we can. I wanna like do something with the design on it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna, cause I like how there's like the little whoosh things out of it. We're gonna like snip around it. Look, and then we can like kind of pop it up. It didn't work as well as I wanted it to, but you know, it's now snipped. Okay, there we go. There is the now very sad, very spicy energy, and very awkwardly snipped. Maybe a late night snack. I mean, maybe. What kind of snack are we thinking tonight? Don't do Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. So I don't have any normal Yu-Gi-Oh stuff on the board at the moment. I do have my Yu-Gi-Oh mystery packs, which are new. I just haven't restocked on Yu-Gi-Oh in a while because I keep forgetting to. But I am going to try and remember at work tomorrow to pick up probably some Rage of Raw, because that sounds spicy. And it's got a ghost rare in it, so like very fun to open. How much do you get this Sinister? That would be so sad. I want to eat this Sinister. He's just such a precious baby. I love him too much. He's just such a cutie. I wouldn't be able to eat him for like less than $100. Like, he's so cute. It would break my heart. He's just a cute little silly guy. How could you do that to him? 2023 has been good on leave. She's like, here, you can do my job. Oh, oof. That is a little bit rough. That is a little bit rough. Yeah, I can imagine it's probably keeping you nice and busy. Grand Creators. I did open a bit of it, and I know that there are some popular cards. I don't know if we have any at the moment, though, but picking up the Rage of Rise is definitely my priority at the moment, but I can keep my eye out on Grand Creators, though. I legitimately do not know if we have any. I know we just barely restocked on Tactical Masters, because that has been an insanely popular one that we sold out of, and I think we haven't sold out of it again, but I'm honestly not sure. This has been extremely, extremely popular. How have things been with you? It's been weird because I haven't left my house, like, since the New Year started. I tried to on Sunday, and then, instead of leaving my house, my car got stuck in the snow, so I just had to go home. So I haven't left my house in, like, 3 days. So that's been weird. I don't like that I'm just in my house. Also, we have another pack for New Gen. That is what I'm opening here. But tomorrow I have work, so I'll get to leave my house, which I am very glad about, because I don't like just being in my house all the time. Which is funny, because I am very much so an introvert, and I very much so like to, like, hide in my room and do my own thing, but sometimes I just need some, like, outside stimulation in my life. Alright, let's see what we've got. Oh! That's a little spicy! Well, right there, we have got the chase card of the set. That right there is our girl, Arita. That's insane! Let's go ahead and get that into a sleeve and a top loader. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting that. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Guys, I think I just have a talent for pulling this card. I pulled like 2 or 3 of these when I did the stream for Hilltop the other day, and now here we go, another one. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. Congrats on that absolutely insane pull. That's so sweet. Oh, the texture. That's amazing. That is very amazing. Looks like we also have a Dialga V in there that we'll get him sleeved up as well. But obviously the Arita is a lot bit more exciting than the Dialga. Man, that is crazy. Congrats on that absolutely insane pull. I just need like a minute to just stare at it. It's such a cool card. I love how we've got all the different trainers on there just like vibing, and then Arita, she's like, oh, I know I'm the star of the show. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. That is pretty spicy, I'm not gonna lie. We'll go ahead and get that added into your stack. There we are. It doesn't matter that I put stuff in your stack like 6 or 7 times tonight. I keep forgetting where it is. Debating buying one. I know, right? And I've been debating opening the set. I think everybody that's been thinking about buying is a little bit sad now. Because it's such a spicy card. Like, man. What a fun one to see pulled. Such a crazy card. Alright, we're gonna double check orders real quick. I don't think we have any more yet. Man, that's such an insane pull though. Absolutely wild. We're getting some pretty spicy stuff tonight. And what I love about that pull is that there's still... I'm pretty sure you can pull a full art trainer, but they'll still be like your main art card hit too. Which is so exciting. I love sets like this that can have lots and lots of spice. Yeah, it is a $200+ card. It is quite up there. Yeah, its value is kind of crazy. Which, makes it very obvious that it is a very, very good pull. Kind of insane. It's been a good little bit since I did the streams for Hilltop and got to pull those, but what a crazy card. We're just getting all the fun, spicy stuff tonight. I'm curious to see what else this box has got in store. You know what's actually really crazy is a lot of the boxes that I opened for Hilltop that had the Arita also had like some insane other stuff. Like I think both of the boxes also had a Radiant Charizard, which is spicy. And I think at least one of them also had the I think it was a Charizard V-Star? Yeah, I think it was a Charizard V-Star character card. The $50 Serena. Man, I haven't been able to pull that one for myself, but I very much need it. That's not Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, my best trainer isn't one that I pulled. It's actually, I think it would be the Lizia full art that I bought a couple years ago. Because I found it at a store and I was just like, oh, that's spicy. And then I was like, how much is it? And I think it was like 120, and I was like, that's a lot. I'm gonna buy it. and that's how I got my job. Not like 100% that singular transaction, but having that mindset back when I bought, I don't even know how I afforded all those singles. Now it's actually because most of the singles I bought went into mystery packs, but we don't really sell that many mystery packs anymore. I have upgraded them. You do have a chance to get graded cards out of some of the Pokemon packs, and you can get Korean Starlights out of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Mystery packs, but we have not done a ton with mystery packs in a while, but maybe eventually, and then I can start buying all kinds of silly singles again. We get some really crazy stuff in at work. Like right now we have an armored Mewtwo that I'm trying to save up enough money to get, but I keep accidentally buying magic product instead. But it's such a spicy card. It's not in great condition, but that does make it more affordable, so like I'm very, very tempted to, you know, pick it up. It's such a spicy card. Absolutely crazy. Oh, you know it. Got that magic touch always. Yeah, I've definitely pulled more expensive cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! Than Pokemon, at least for myself, because I pulled the Blue Eyes White Dragon Ghost Rare from the Ghost from the Past 2, as well as I think it was the Cyber Dragon Ghost Rare, which, I mean, the Cyber Dragon, I guess, isn't going to be better than some of my best Pokemon pulls for myself, but I think the Blue Eyes, at least when I pulled it, was worth a good bit more than my best Pokemon pull, which is kind of hard to tell what it's worth because my best Pokemon card that I've pulled for myself, I'm pretty sure is one of my Japanese cards, which are a little bit more difficult to value compared to all of the English cards that I have. But let's see what the Blue Eyes White Dragon Ghost is at. White Dragon. We pulled a lot of Ghost Rares from that set. I should pick up more of it sometime, but fortunately it's not super easy to find. But you know. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I guess he has gone a little bit down since I pulled him. He's gonna be under my best Pokemon card right now. Sad times. It's like 130 light play, but what about near mint? Because mine should be minty. Near mint's better. It's like 160. That's pretty alright. Yu-Gi-Oh! Value is such a chaotic thing, but that is why I love the TCG player graphs on Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, because it is so chaotic. Like, there are some, like, consistent trends that you see a lot with Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, and I don't know, it's just hilarious. And then, of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! Products, they usually, like, a lot of them will, like, you know, they'll release, they'll go down, and then every once in a while there's one that will then shoot up higher than it had been before, and then it will just slowly curve down. And it's funny how it jumps all over the place for a little bit, but I mean, a lot of Magic cards do that too, but sometimes then they retain that higher value, and I mean, some of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Things do that as well, but usually not as consistently. Yes, Pokemon is a lot more for collectors than Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! It is very much about playing. I do not know a ton of people that just collect Yu-Gi-Oh! And don't play, unless it was like something that they either played as a kid or they watched all the shows as a kid. But Pokemon, I know a lot more people that just collect it than play it. I mean, I'm not actively playing Pokemon. I do know how to play, and I used to play the online game a lot, but I have not played in like over a year. But I'm really tempted to start playing Pokemon more often, because they recently came out with these really spicy prize packs, and I mean, technically they're just like mostly playable cards, but they're kind of fun, and so it makes me want to start playing Pokemon again so that I can win the prize packs. But unfortunately, I'm always, and I mean always, working at the time that we have Pokemon at work, so I would have to find somewhere else to play it. So unfortunately probably not meant to be. But I think the most, like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a lot and a lot of players, but Magic is even more so about people playing it. I don't, like, there are little to no people that just collect Magic cards, and that's it. Like, almost everybody that owns Magic cards and buys Magic cards plays Magic, and that's what the cards are for. Of course, they have been really upping their, like, quality of, like, collectible and expensive type cards because of, like, their art or special things about them. But ultimately, what it comes down to is people want the playable cards. Like, that is the number one thing with those. Yes, the prices definitely have a lot more to do with what is, you know, being played. Though they do reprint a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff in Yu-Gi-Oh! A card, I mean, like, for example, Forbidden Droplet. That card, well, we can look at the graph for the Forbidden Droplet that I used to have from Brothers of Legend. I opened a ton of that set, like, over a whole case, just myself. I opened so much of it. And so I did end up with a few Forbidden Droplets, and so let me show you guys the graph of the Forbidden Droplets. I guess this one, it's hard because it doesn't show as far back as it used to, because Brothers of Legend came out in December of 2021? Yeah, so a little over a year ago, so you can't quite see all of it. You cannot quite see all of it. But what you can see does still kind of get my point across. But as you can see, it was a little bit further down when it first came out, and then it went up. It got up to about 120, and I think that's actually what I sold mine for. I had 3 of them. I sold them as a playset at 120 each. And then it kind of went down for a bit, went down to like 90-ish, went back up for a second to almost 100, and then it starts going down and bouncing back up like $5 to $10. And then you see it goes really down. They reprinted it. And then it was just chilling for a little bit. And then they reprinted it again! And that is why this card is almost $100 less than it was about a year ago. Because they reprint stuff so often. I mean, if you look at all the printings, we had the OTS one, which is, I think, from a couple years ago. I'm not totally sure when OTS 16 was, but then you have the Rise of the Duelist, which I think was the original one, which was a little bit ago, but it's not even expensive anymore. Then there's the Brothers of Legend, December 2021. And then we had Legendary Duelist, I believe it's Duelist from the Deep, which I don't remember exactly when the set came out, but it was like early to mid last year. And then they printed it as a prismatic secret rare in the 2022 Tin of the Pharaoh's Gods, which I believe came out late summer, early fall of 2022. So lots of reprints. I mean, similar stuff happened with Aluber, but it was very, very much a different story about what happened with Aluber. But I wish see, there we go. So Aluber, when the set Dawn of Majesty came out, I believe this was like the set like a couple before Brothers of Legend, but I'm not 100% sure. But it used to be a $40 card. This is after it already went up, but when I pulled mine, it was a $40 card. And then it started going up, and as Despia stuff got really popular, I sold mine at about 60. I wasn't actually planning on selling it. I just had it on TCG Player, but I listed it for a lot more expensive than it was going for, just because I wanted to kind of keep track of the card. I didn't think it was going to sell, but then suddenly it spiked. Mine sold at 60, and then it shot up to about $150. I was in a little bit of pain. And then it kind of shot down for a second. People were like, whoa, maybe we should like chill, wait a second. And then it went back up to like 120. And then Konami did what it does best, and it announced a reprint. $15. 100 to $15 with that reprint. And if that was enough, they were like, let's print more Alubers. So they printed it. I think the first reprint was the Ghost from the Past, ultra rare. They also reprinted it in the 2022 Tin of the Pharaoh's Gods. And then they also threw it in an OTS pack. as an ultimate rare, which is very much so the most expensive Aluber. Briefly, for like a half a second, was $90, but now it's a good $40. Hilarious. It's I know if we sell my collector boosters at a loss. I told you, Magic is not the same for investing in as for Pokemon. It is a whole nother world that is not to be invested in sealed product unless it sets like Double Masters. It's just like the Masters sets. Occasionally there will be other sets, like I don't actually know how expensive Dominaria United boxes are going for, but like these set boxes, they completely sold out at work. I guess they're going for around 100, which I mean technically is still a little bit less than kind of what you would typically put them at, but you can see they went down a little bit, then they spiked back up to 150 for a second, but they've overall been going down. That doesn't change the fact that we sold out of them at work and we can't get more, and that's sad because I love this set because it has my girl Shieldred in it. Oh wait, I didn't want to go back to Luber. I'm gonna look at Dominaria United! Which also, sad story. This spicy thing right here, I pulled it in foil, like right when the set came out, and I was like, oh, this is spicy. I'm gonna build this as a commander. Then one of my friends was like, I'm looking for one of these, and I was like, well, I did pull like 3 Shieldreds, so I don't need to keep all of them, and they really want like this version in specific, so I was like, sure, I'll sell it to them. And I made the mistake of selling it to them when it was a $45 card. As you can see, it immediately shot back up, and currently the foil of this card is about $60 to $65, so that was a big lose for me. I was like, why did I sell this Shieldred? I literally built her as a commander. I ended up having to use a pre-release promo Shieldred that I bought from a friend. Or maybe it was traded. I don't know, but either way, I got a pre-release promo, and that is the one that I'm currently using as my commander, but I also own a regular one, a regular foil one, and a Phyrexian one, so I have a total of 4 Shieldreds, I'm pretty sure. I think it's 4. I'm at least aware of 4. I might own 5, but I know for sure there are at least 4. Do you think trading an Umbreon VMAX Alt-Art for PSA 9 first edition Blaze Moltres is a good trade? I personally do not know what the value of the Moltres would be. The first edition PSA 9, it probably is really expensive, but I know the Umbreon graded is really expensive too. Or is it just the Umbreon? It's not a graded Umbreon. I would think, I guess, first it'd be helpful to know what Blaine's Moltres even goes to. And is it the foil Blaine's Moltres? Or a regular one? Because I'm pretty sure this was one of the ones that had both foil and regular, unless I'm wrong, which I could be. Maybe it is. Maybe this is the only Blaine's Moltres. I was just wrong. But yeah, I mean, it is a fairly expensive card if it's, you know, in good condition. A non-graded one would go for around 170, which is a lot, but of course not the same as the Umbreon. But of course, graded cards does increase value, but I doubt it increases the value to as much as the Umbreon is worth, because that card is really, really expensive. And honestly, the Umbreon, I feel like, is a card that's going to continue going up in value a lot more so than the Moltres. The damage, 420. And then, let's see, near mint is about 450 at the moment. I mean, it's gone down a little bit from when it was almost hit 600 for a second. I think, honestly, probably what we're going to see is it's going to kind of, like, move around between here for a bit, but ultimately, when Evolving Skies does get out of print, which will probably happen later 2023 or 2024 as it rotates out of standard, but then at that point, it's probably going to go up a pretty good bit and then just, like, chill very expensively. But, yeah, I would honestly say this is a pretty good card to hold on to if you're planning on holding on to it for a really long time. It's hard to say, though, in terms of, like, really soon what the best move would be, but it is definitely a kind of spicy card. But I don't know what the value of the graded card would be, so you should have listened! I told you! I told you, Blazer. Magic is not a collector's game. It is all about play. People just want their silly commander cards. And it is primarily the commander cards that are worth a lot. But there are standard cards that will gain value, though some definitely more so than others. Alright, we're going to take a quick second to check orders, but I think we're probably about ready to wrap up for the night. Like I said, I do get to go back to work tomorrow, but then that means that I need to get some sleep before then. Sleep is good. I want to go probably eat some frozen fruit. I need me some strawberries and raspberries. I also have blackberries, but I've slowly started liking blackberries, like, slightly less, like, you know, over time, but I still like them overall. They're good. All times I sold were basically sacrificed to magic. So we both lose then. That's kind of sad. The magic is fun. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what I probably spent most of the money I got for selling them on. Into magic playing twin casters and Urza. Let's see, which Urza though? Which Urza? Because there are a few different Urzas. Let's see. Are you talking about Adrix and Nev twin casters? Because that card is pretty silly. It's got Ward, and let's see. Yes, it's a token one. Token stuff, I mean, has a special place in my heart since my first deck I made was like a life gain token spam deck with my girl or boy. I actually don't know if Tristani's a girl or a boy. I bet the internet could tell me. MTG. Tristani. Is it a girl or boy? I want to know. What are they? What do you mean? I don't know. I'm not sure. Any else for sale? Only the ones that we have at work, which I believe we have both the Glaceon V and VMAX alt hearts. The Tristania are not three separate beings, but three aspects of the same being. This is getting significantly more confusing. Tristani is the guildmaster of the Selesnya conclave on Ravnica. Okay. And speaker for Mat Selesnya. Okay. Is a fusion of three dryads. Each of the three heads represents a Selesnyan value. Order, life, and harmony. Wow, this is, I mean, I know magic lore is very deep, but I want to know. But so it's not three separate beings, but three aspects of the same being, a single entity that moves according to the world spirit's desires. This is pretty fancy. The three sisters. Okay, so they were girls, so Tristani is a girl? Maybe? Oba, the Dryad of life, was wild and full of life. Her hair was tangled with leaves and vines. Her eyes shift with her mood from green-like flecks of emerald and jade to smoky brown. Says the Dryad of order was ordered in manner and speech. Her hair was held in place by a headpiece made of golden wood and fell to her shoulders in a cascade of auburn. How like fancy. And then Sim, the Dryad of harmony, was the eldest in the bridge between the other two sisters. Despite being a small, slight Dryad, everyone within the Selesnya conclave could feel the power within her. She would always find a way to balance the needs of one with the other. Alright, so they're like, it's like a fusion of three sisters. So I think calling Tristani as she is probably accurate, but it does not specify. So there we go. That's the best answer I can get. So many tokens. Silly stuff. Yeah, twin casters is pretty silly. No, there were two Tiffany's. One of them decided to make my life difficult and reminded me how much I hate PayPal. And the other just vibed for a couple weeks and then disappeared. I don't know. Maybe she got bored. Be kind of sad. I hope you guys don't get bored of me. Maybe I was talking about magic too much. Sometimes I feel bad when I just go off and talk about magic for like an hour straight, but I get really excited about magic. If you guys can't tell, I really like playing magic. I've got all kinds of silly decks and I just want to keep building more. And see, my main problem with my decks is that whenever I want to build a new deck, like, a lot of people will take apart their old decks or their decks that they don't play with much anymore. But me, I refuse to take them apart, so I just keep them all in this little, like, deck library. And all the ones that I'm currently, like, playing or really liking, I'll put in my bag to, like, you know, use those ones to play. And the rest of them just, like, have these, like, couple little spots on shelves where they just chill until I either feel like upgrading them, randomly playing them again, you know, doing whatever. But I don't take them apart, so I just have this little library of Magic decks growing, and it's just gonna get infinitely big. That's the plan. One day when I have money and, you know, have my own place, I will have like a whole room that'll just be my deck library. And it'll be great. I'm gonna do box battles! Yeah, like I said, Zombie is only gonna be here on the weekends. And I don't always do that many weekend streams, but I'm sure sometimes we'll have other people that would want to do box battles, you know? You just gotta advertise it and see if anybody's interested. I mean, you also can always do the chaotic box battle idea that I came up with, where you buy a full box and then half of the box is the to keep side and the other half is the to destroy side. And if the to keep side wins has the better pulls, you just keep everything. But if the to destroy side has the better pulls and wins, then every pull from the entire box gets snipped. That's my best solution for wanting box battles when nobody else wants to do them. I also only have a V-Star Universe booster box. I think that's the only full box I have. I'm gonna pick up more tomorrow though. I was going to today, but as I mentioned earlier, I got distracted doing my nails, so I did not pick up the boxes and stuff I wanted to today. But maybe I'll remember to get everything tomorrow. I mean, I'll actually be at work tomorrow, so I should be able to pick up boxes tomorrow. Planning on for sure getting Silver Tempest, and then might get some Lost Origin as well. And then and the Rage of Ra, of course. I'm gonna get that too. I also kind of want to get a Midnight Hunt booster box, but not a ton of people want to open Magic stuffs, but I like having it on the board. We've got, you know, a little bit of Neon Dynasty and a couple packs of Double Masters at the moment, but Midnight Hunt's such a silly set. Got that Meat Hook Massacre in there. Pulls a Rita. I mean, it would be very, very difficult to pull a Rita and have her, you know, be destroyed, because most likely, I mean, I guess if she was on the destroyed side, but if she was on the don't destroy side, she'd definitely win. It doesn't matter what side she was on, though. I guess, like, if you get the right combination of other stuff, like, there are the, let me see if I can find this website that was, yes, TCG Republic. We want to look at V-Star Universe. Let's see what's the most expensive. Oh wow, the Arita's like over $250. But see, there's like the Pikachu art rare that's like a $200 card. Giratina V-Star gold card is like $170. So I don't know totally for sure what rarity spot the Pikachu would take, but I mean, if you pulled the Pikachu and the Giratina, you would beat the Arita with those. Do you think Sinister is delicious? I think he's cute, not delicious. Like I said, I don't really want to eat it. Gets 10 Arita in destroy pile. That would be impossible and painful, impossibly painful. I mean, unless you got some kind of really broken box. Not a god pack, but a god box. Which, we still haven't gotten any god packs, and I want one so bad, because they're just full of spice. To find out if this is delicious. Like I said, I don't really want to eat them. Like, maybe for $100, but I doubt you want to pay that much. And that's why I went with that much, because I don't really want to eat him. He's a cute little guy. He's so innocent. What wrong has he done? He's just vibing. Just being happy. He's just a happy little dude who's just having a good time. He is also eating, but we'll just ignore that. We won't pay too much attention to that. Let's see, here's our spicy list of, I want the Cynthia so bad. It's so sweet, and I love Cynthia. But these sweet friends is so adorable as well. Here's the Dialga that I have. Pretty hot. Let's see. Sinnoh friends. I also really want that one. Get the Mewtwo, the Gardenia's flavor. I just want all the trainers. Also the Eevees would be cool. And the Hisuian Zoroark. It's so spicy. Mareep is $40 and I love that fact. Melanie, that's the one I have. I also have the Melanie. And the Rayhan, I really want the Rayhan. Out of it. I just want everything. I just need everything. Guys, I just need to suddenly have like a few $1,000s so I can just buy every card in this set and just vibe. Man, this set is so much fun. Hey, here's a Zacian and Zamazenta that I have. I think this was a Samurott I pulled too. So much fun stuff. My Radiant Charizard. The little Poochyena is so cute. And the Hooper is so spicy. How about 50? I don't know. 50. I would maybe meet in the middle for 75, but I really am not super keen on eating Simisear. How much is the Latias? Let's see, I think, was that one? Oh, here it is. It's about 6, which honestly I'm surprised. I would have thought it'd be more, but obviously I might be a little bit biased because I just think it was a really cute card. I mean, I think most of the cards in this set are really cute. And those are Sparkling Eternatus. So pretty. And the Zapdos. So much good stuff. Wow. The foil Lost Vacuum apparently is a $5 card! Wowzers. Did not know that. Very fun. All the trekking shoes. I mean, I'm not surprised that those are a little bit expensive. They're such silly cards. And colorless. And they're playable, so it'll be like that. So much fun stuff. A really cute little Comfey. Wow. I love all the cards in this set are just so delightful. What's the website? This is TCG Republic. It is the site that was recommended to me by Hilltop to look up the card prices from this set, and I have very much appreciated it because it's so helpful. Latias and Latias is stuff we get. I mean, like, Latias and Latias are like, they're just so cute and wholesome. They're just happy little guys. I absolutely adore them. Especially the spicy Aldar one from Team Up. And see, it also shows the box on here with the jumbo card! It's so cute. It's just, I love it. It's so precious. 2 jumbo cards, 3 V-Star Universe packs, and 2 card display. So much fun. Diamond Clan Special Set and Pearl Clan Special Set. Want them all, I want everything. So fun. This set is just delightful. Absolutely delightful. Alright, let's check orders real quick. I think we are probably about ready to wrap up. That is the one I was... If I do get one, I can definitely... Or if I do have the opportunity to get one, I can definitely try and pick one up for you, but... It just... It's very uncommon for me to get the chance to buy, like, Japanese collection type boxes, but every once in a while. And there is this new store that opened up fairly recently that I have seen Japanese product at. I haven't seen V-Star stuff there, but I'll definitely be watching out for it. Yeah, the tag team Latios is a good few dollars. good lot of few dollars. It's part of why Team Up is so painfully expensive. It's so much fun. But it's such a spicy set. Let's see. How expensive is the Latios Altart currently? A lot, to put it simply, and it's going up. So for near mint, got around like 425. We wanted like there's only one gold star seller, and that's a 650. is like 4 near mint listings. It's not a ton. I love that the Magikarp Wellord is in 2nd place now because I love it. I love it so much. It has also been consistently going up. I don't remember if I have this card. I don't think I do, which is very sad, but I love it. It's amazing. I think I have like the promo Magikarp Wellord. So spicy. And the Erica's hospitality. And this is also the Sneevy, as I like to call it. I have this in Japanese, the secret rare, but I don't believe I have English. Yeah, I put in $50 last month. They really do be just going continuously up. Jasmine. The secret rare one's a lot more affordable. This card randomly jumped up to like $45 for a hot second a few months ago. See? I don't know what's... It went from like a $10 card, all of a sudden it was like $50, and now it's got back down to $30. I don't know what it was that sent it going up so much, but I think it's a cool card, so I can respect it. I mean, a lot of these cards have been seeing significant increases. I mean, this one's not as extreme as some of them. This has actually gone down and then back up. All kinds of silly stuff. I love our graphs on TCG Player. It's so much fun to watch. This one been heading up, but after it went down. Interesting. But always at the end of the day, they'll probably just keep going back up. Yeah, see, like, maybe some people are playing it in different formats of the game, since obviously the set has been out of standard for a couple years, maybe more now. But, I mean, there are other versions of Pokemon besides just the most basic standard format, you know? A lot of people like expanded as well. I just know that typically at the shop I work at, we usually just have standard and, you know, like pre-release events. That's mostly what we have. But I mean, if we ever had like a big boom in interest in expanded, I'm sure we would be happy to accommodate. But right now, it's pretty consistently people just playing standard, so we don't really have a huge need to do expanded. I mean, similar to Magic, right now we only have a consistent group for Commander. There's not really much, if any, interest in other formats. Like, we don't even have standard Magic at work right now because we can't find enough people that play it. We don't have Modern either. We tried to start Modern, but it did not last longer than like a month. So that was an oof, but you know, it'll be that way. And at least I really enjoy Commander, so I just like pretty art. Yeah, that is, I mean, that's how I feel about like a lot of like the altars and stuff, you know? I mean, I'm not the only one. That's what most of us think. The altars are fun because they're so pretty. I mean, I really enjoy Commander because it's really what made like all of my friends that I currently have, like all of my friends that I know in real life are just like the people that I play Magic with, and we all just play Commander, and so it's pretty fun for that reason. And I also love that it's one of the like eternal formats in that you can use cards from the oldest set and the newest one, that you've got so many options. I love the amount of strategy, diversity, and like options to make different unique decks that gives. It's so much fun to just find like the most random card, be like, I've never seen somebody play this before, but it's Commander legal, so I'm gonna put it in this deck and do some silly stuff with it. So much fun. It is definitely a format that I'm not surprised that it's as popular as it is. I mean, it's kind of in a lot of ways domineering a lot of the popularity of Magic, at least, I mean, in my area. I know it's not everywhere that it's just Commander. There are other people playing other formats in other places, but where I live, it's just Commander. No, nothing else. Like I said, we tried to do like Modern. I even tried to join the Modern, but by the time I finally had a Modern deck, and I like got the night off so that I could play, the other like couple people that had been showing up for the past like few weeks just didn't come. So I was like, okay, I guess not. So I just went home and it was sad. No Modern for me, but I do have a Modern deck. Actually, it wasn't the original Modern deck I built. I don't really know what I did with that original Modern deck. I think it just kind of like disappeared, you know? But I rebuilt a similar one. I think they were both Golgari. But I have a silly little, like, Death Touch modern deck. You know, just something random that it was kind of funny. So, we were having the only time we can get people to play other formats are when we have, like, special events, like, you know, like championships or whatever at our store. And so this one time we had a modern event going on where, you know, you can win some fun cards and stuff. And typically those kind of events take place Saturday mornings. And I almost never work on Saturday mornings because I sleep until like 2 to 4 p.m. most days. Noon is like the earliest I will like be okay with waking up. So usually I do not open on Saturdays, but so it was going to be at like 11 a.m. and I was like, you know what, I don't have a modern deck right now, but if I make one before I go to sleep and then I wake up early and go to this, I can finally get to play modern. So I stayed up really late building my modern deck, and then I finished and I was like, okay, I'm going to get a few hours of sleep, and I slept through my alarms and I did not make it in time to actually play in the event. I did get to work on time, but I was very much too late to play the event, but I do now have a modern deck from that, and it just sits on a shelf with all of my commander decks that I'm not currently playing. But one day, I am going to actually play modern. One day. I don't know when, but eventually. Anyways, I think we're probably good to wrap it up for tonight. I'm not seeing any more orders, and I am ready to go eat some middle of the night dinner. It's 2:15. Perfect time for some middle of the night dinner. It also didn't help that I didn't exactly eat lunch today. Like, I ate dinner. I had pizza for dinner. It was great. But, like, for lunch today, I ate some Cheez-Its and some Gushers, which don't technically count as a real meal. But I really like Cheez-Its and Gushers. But I'm very hungry for my random frozen fruit now. And maybe some more Cheez-Its, because I really like Cheez-Its. And we have, like, multiple types of Cheez-Its right now, so it's so fun. Not all the options. Right now we just have, like, what flavor is it? I don't know if I have it in here. I keep, like, a little stash of the, like, little mini bags of Cheez-Its. But we have the original, and then whatever the, like, lighter colored ones are. Is it Parmesan? I don't know if I have it in here, but we have a couple different types of Cheez-Its, so that's fun. But yeah, I think that is going to wrap it up for tonight. It's been a fun little silly stream with a few really spicy pulls. I intend to stream tomorrow, but it is Commander night, so I might also just play Commander until midnight and then get home and be too tired to stream. But we'll see, because I should be picking up some booster boxes, so maybe. But yeah, I think that wraps us up for tonight. It's been a fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. And I will see you guys all next time.